On March 26, 2026, the NFL Players Association sent an urgent memo to certified agents across the league, warning that professional athletes in both the NFL and NBA may have been targeted in an elaborate phishing and fraud scheme. Federal prosecutors have since unsealed an indictment carrying 22 charges against one man, charges that range from wire fraud and identity theft to sex trafficking. This is the full breakdown of that case. The man named in the indictment is Kwame Jarrell Ford, 34 years old, from Buford, Georgia. Ford is currently facing 22 federal charges, 9 counts of wire fraud, 7 counts of computer fraud, 1 count of access device fraud, 4 counts of aggravated identity theft, and 1 count of sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. This is not Ford's first encounter with the federal justice system. In March 2019, Ford was convicted on charges of computer fraud and aggravated identity theft following a scheme in which prosecutors alleged he hacked into more than 100 Apple accounts belonging to professional athletes and recording artists, spending approximately $325,000 of stolen funds on personal purchases. He was subsequently sentenced and remanded to the Federal Bureau of Prisons. According to the current indictment, the conduct underlying the new charges began as early as November 2020, a period during which Ford was still in federal custody. Prosecutors allege that Ford operated through a two-part approach. First, he allegedly created a fictitious online identity, presenting himself as a well-known figure in the adult content industry. Using that persona, he would contact professional athletes with offers of exclusive, explicit material. Simultaneously, Ford allegedly posed as an Apple customer support representative, sending those same athletes text messages stating that they needed to verify their account credentials in order to receive the content being offered by the fake persona. Prosecutors describe this as a social engineering tactic, designed to manufacture both an incentive and an urgency, prompting the targets to hand over sensitive account information. According to the indictment, dozens of victims were allegedly deceived into providing their Apple usernames, passwords, and multi-factor authentication codes. Once Ford had obtained that access, prosecutors allege he was able to enter the athletes' iCloud accounts and retrieve linked credit and debit card data. The NFLPA's memo to agents confirmed the nature of the breach, stating, "This individual was supposedly able to access many athletes' iCloud accounts and stole victim information, including credit cards." In May 2021, while still in federal custody, Ford allegedly escalated the operation in a direction that prosecutors describe as significantly more serious. According to the indictment, Ford, again operating under the fictitious online identity, allegedly recruited a young woman by making false representations that coordinating encounters with professional athletes would advance her modeling career. Prosecutors allege he then proceeded to advertise this woman to athletes, coordinated her travel, negotiated payments for commercial sex acts, and retained a portion of those payments for himself. The indictment further alleges that Ford threatened the victim and directed her to covertly record the encounters with the athletes, without the knowledge or consent of any party involved. In this alleged scheme, prosecutors identify multiple categories of victim: the athletes, whose accounts were compromised and who were recorded without consent, and the woman, who prosecutors allege was deceived, coerced, and exploited throughout. The NFLPA memo addressed this dimension of the case directly. This individual, posing as an adult film star, lured athletes into having sex with an adult female OnlyFans creator, being filmed without their knowledge or consent. FBI Acting Special Agent in Charge Peter Ellis stated in a press release, "This time, he allegedly escalated his criminal activity, stealing identities and money while also moving into coercion and sex trafficking." We'll continue with where this case currently stands. If this is the kind of in-depth coverage you value, subscribing to the channel ensures you don't miss future updates on this story.